All right, everybody, we just finished the live stream. So if you were just joining or missed the live stream itself, please go check out the code. The newest code is GREATSUCCESSOR. And speaking of successor, we're going to be looking at a little bit of new content, specifically revolving around the buffs that they've given to all of the light units. Now, before I go into these buffs or anything else involving this, I would like to remind everybody, Content Creator Program is back. We're going to be sending out a lot of codes, so make sure you hit that support button, get yourselves in. Codes coming your way. Appreciate everybody watching the live stream, and if you missed it, they had a lot to cover. Now, we're going to do most of that testing tomorrow morning, but right now we're going to go over the Hunter balance adjustments for all light units. All right, now, if you don't know this, Antoine's kit doesn't have any defense buffs, which is very unique. He has an attack buff, an HP buff, but not a defense buff. So let's see what they've done with this actual update and who is now the queen or king of, I guess, light DPS. It's crazy to even think that. Should have been Thomas, but I feel like Cha is going to take over. Okay, so here we go. Cha Hae-In basic. When the dancer it does brand, no more 66% chance. It's just 100% brand debuff is applied. I didn't even know it was 66%, to be honest. I never even read that part. All right, number of times the dancer can be stacked is increased to 5. Super armor is granted while Waltz of the Sword is activated. Now, when Sword of Light hits, it activates Light Sunder. On the target, critical hit damage increased by 1% for every Light Sunder instance on targets affected by Light Sunder. So the number of dancers is 5 again. And then Light Sunder deals damage equal to 100% of user's attack every few seconds. And you guys can see here, it is in fact a debuff, which is a dot. So they're added to a dot, essentially, which is pretty crazy. All right, so T4, the user's critical hit damage increased by 16%. Now it's 20%, and then the damage and critical hit rate of Light of End increases by 20% and 2% respectively, depending on how many instances the dancer is applied. So now it actually increases the dancer to 8 stacks. What? That's crazy. Increases power gauge acquisition by 15% based on number of dancer stacks. Increases Light of the End by damage by 20%. Critical hit rate by 2%, stacking up to 8 times. Increases light overload damage by 2%. Bro, what are they doing with this girl? Reduces the cooldown of Light by End by 3 seconds. Bro, they buffed her like crazy. Cha is the main star of the first anniversary, now the second anniversary. What is this nonsense? Oh my God. Same iron tip, the Light Sunder effect applied by Cha Hae-In, Akari, and Antoine will stack regardless of the caster. Wow. Whoo! God damn, they're making her stronger than ever before. Okay, so Gunhee got a couple different buffs. They gave him Abdominal Crush by 120 versus 75. So he just got a bit of a damage buff on basic. Tier 3, he now increases defense by 80%. This is the user's defense, and I believe this applies to the whole team at one point. And that was it. So it's from 50 to 80, 30%, not real 30%, we know this. Increases the user's defense by 32%, so they're really giving Gunhee a pretty big boost here. And then increases supernova damage by 80% instead of 60, which is not that great. It grants Will of the Fragment, and now the Will of the Fragment is now 60-second duration instead of 20-second duration. So that gives you guys a critical hit damage buff and a QT damage buff as well. Instant destruction support. So now it increases the users at, oh wow. Oh damn. Oh damn. Gunhee has support, bro. That's a that's a crazy support skill. Increases attack by 20%, increases critical hit damage by 20%. That's pretty insane. And now his exclusive weapon is increasing light damage by 15% and their chance of receiving critical hit damage. But so now he's adding crit damage as well. Bro, come on. His weapon is really good now. It's pretty much becoming... Isn't that Lee Bora's weapon? Lee Bora does crit, right? As well? That's crazy. Okay, so that's great. Akari. So let's see. When Light of Dawn hits, inflicts Light Thunder. Okay, we know that already. When an ally successfully inflicts Light Overload, grants an effect to the Light team members with the highest attack that increases their Light Overload damage by 10% for 24 seconds. Interesting. Okay, so more light. So they're giving her light overload damage. They're going back and giving these people some good stuff. Power gauge increased by 5%. Tier 4, the attack of the light team's member with the highest attacks increased by 10%. Guys, this is all about Cha. It's all about Cha. Remember she was built for Thomas? Yeah, no, they secretly built her for Cha. This is crazy. When an ally successfully inflicts light overload, grants an effect to the light team member with the highest attack to increase. Oh my God, it's all about Cha. Oh, they're literally taking Thomas away. All right, let's see what they're doing here with Thomas. So Guardian Light support skill now increases critical hit damage by 10%, and then overload damage by 10%. That's pretty wild too. And now it lasts for 30 seconds instead of 24. And then her weapon now gives higher percentage light damage for all team members. That's freaking hilarious. It's all about sloppy seconds, bro. You know it. Laura Walker, the only buff they gave Laura is her weapon. Ew. Ew, bro. All right, here we go. Thomas Andre. Yeah, but it's only for Thomas. She's built for Thomas, clearly. Tier 2. Hold on, there's something hiding underneath here, right? There's got to be some text that's missing. Let me just look a little further here, guys. It can't be it, right? This is it? Okay. All right. I mean, I got a 10 Cha as well, too, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so when an ally successfully puts a target into a break state, it increases critical hit rate and critical hit damage by 20%. Black Hole, which is where Thomas is going now, is 300%. And the mana consumption for Thomas's basic skill 1 and 2 has been decreased by 50%. So that's actually pretty good. He did have mana consumption issues before. Thomas, it was nice knowing you. He'll probably still do really well during bigger guild boss content and POD, but it's literally becoming about Cha. Okay, so we've got the new Hunter effects and weapons have been improved. They messed up before on all this, so they're trying to fix that up. Sun Jinwoo basic, what is this? Basic weapon skill adjustment. So Winter Fang now has current power gauges at 10% or higher. When the user he'll be using that. Oh, okay, this is the Wolf of Echoes. Power consumption is 10% instead of 30, so that's pretty good. A couple different changes here, and that's it. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Not only did they give Antoine to Cha and made her a 2-timing hoe, but they also made Akari all about Cha when they promised us that she was built for Thomas. Bro, I don't know what y'all think about this. Not enough for what... No, Winter Fang, they barely did enough to it. So, all right, guys. Well, that's it. That's the update. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm sick. I'm going to go get some rest. I need to sleep. I will be going live tomorrow morning around 11:15 a.m. To do all the testing and all the content. So if you guys are willing to join, I'll be there. If not, I'll see you guys later. I am sick as hell. And I want to just make sure I get better. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't be discouraged. A lot of good things this patch has, a lot of good things. So let's not make one small thing, for example, benching the biggest guy on your team. Let's not make it all about that. All right. Thank you so much again, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Peace out, everybody.